Hello friends, today's topic is about acute phase protein. So what is acute phase protein? Which are the example of this acute phase protein and their significance in our body that we will look in this video. So first of all, acute phase protein. So it is a group of proteins in blood which are increased 50 to 1000 fold, particularly in inflammatory and neoplastic condition. So whenever there is a trauma or injury or inflammatory condition, whenever there is a cancer or malignancy neoplastic condition, during that time some particular protein are increased to 50 to 1000 fold, and they are called the acute phase protein. Now how you can remember the different example of acute phase protein? Simple, one mnemonic, that is AACC. AACC simple, that also one American Association of Clinical Chemistry, and from that one mnemonic AACC that you can remember example of this acute phase protein. So 3A are there, means alpha 1 antitrypsin, alpha 2 macroglobulin, as well as alpha fetoprotein, as well as 2C means C reactive protein, as well as celluloplasmin. All these are the acute phase protein and their importance or significance in our body that we will look one by one. So first of all, alpha 1 antitrypsin. It is shortly written as the AAT, means alpha 1. Simple, whenever electrophoresis is done over the serum, particular that 5 bands are particularly seen, like albumin, alpha 1, alpha 2, beta and gamma globulin. So first one, that alpha 1, that portion that is particularly containing this alpha 1 antitrypsin protein, and it is a major portion of this alpha 1 segment of the electrophoresis. So it is particularly increase in trauma, infection and malignancy. Also called the alpha antiproteinases as well as protease inhibitor. Now from the name protease inhibitor, it is work particularly to inhibit all serine proteases, not particular on all proteases, particularly serine proteases are inhibited by this alpha 1 antitrypsin. Now, two most important serine proteases like elastase and collagenase. Now, serine proteases that already we have discussed in enzyme topic. Serine proteases means particular enzyme which is called the proteases, but over that active site or active center, that serine amino acid is present, so it is called serine proteases. Now, all that enzyme, they are inhibited by this alpha 1 antitrypsin. Simple, antitrypsin. So you can also remember that trypsin is also a serine proteases. So trypsin, chymotrypsin, elastase and collagenase. But here, for example, one important example or condition like emphysema, you have to remember that particular enzyme, emphysema E for the elastase enzyme. Now, this alpha 1 antitrypsin deficiency causes the emphysema, and that is particularly panlobular. This infection, particularly any bacterial, mostly viral or bacterial infection in lung, that will attract macrophages which release the elastase enzyme. Now this elastase enzyme is released to kill that particular bacteria or virus. But in the deficiency of this alpha 1 antitrypsin enzyme, which is particularly found in the Europe, that unopposed action of this elastase, which is released by this macrophage of our body, will that cause damage of the lung tissue and leading to the emphysema formation. So that is creating problem. So alpha 1 antitrypsin is needed, elastase enzyme is also needed, but that control mechanism is there, and that control mechanism with the help of alpha 1 antitrypsin. But due to deficiency of this particular molecule, that emphysema will be seen. But here we are talking about acute phase protein, means particularly trauma, infection and malignancy. This level will be increased, and this particular protein is synthesized by liver. So deficiency, that is leading to the emphysema, as well as some liver condition will be there. Liver cirrhosis or different kind of liver disease is also observed, but you have to remember this one is particularly acute phase protein. Now about 5% of the emphysema cases are mostly observed due to the alpha 1 antitrypsin. You have to remember normal level 75 to 200 milligram per deciliter. They are generally in a milligram, not in a gram. So their level is 75 to 200 milligram per deciliter. Particularly that inflammatory or malignancy condition, that will be increased, but this emphysema and this liver disease, it is found to be decreased or deficiencies observed. Now it is simply estimated with the help of electrophoresis from this alpha 1 band of the electrophoresis. Now second important acute phase protein, that is alpha 2 macroglobulin. Now from the name alpha 2, it is found over the alpha 2 portion, second alpha 2 band of the electrophoresis, second it is macroglobulin, so it is produced by the macrophage again. So major component of the alpha 2 portion of the electrophoresis, it is a tetramer, means 4 polypeptide chain is there, and it is a heavy molecule, it is macromolecule. So synthesized by the hepatocyte as well as macrophages. So from the macro, you can remember that it is containing 4 polypeptide chain, it is a heavy molecule, as well as it is produced by the macrophage. So it inactivates all proteases again, and thus it is an important in vivo anticoagulant. Previously, that particular alpha 1 antitrypsin, that is particularly serine protease inhibitor, here it inactivates all proteases and that will work as an anticoagulant. So it is a carrier of many growth factors such as platelet derived growth factor PDGF. Normal level, that is 130 to 300 milligram per deciliter, and markedly increase up to 2 to 3 gram per deciliter, means from milligram it is converted, it is increased up to 2 to 3 grams. So simply we can say that 2000 to 3000 milligram per deciliter in nephrotic syndrome. So what happened in nephrotic syndrome? There is a damage on the glomerulus, and there will be lead to the lots of protein will be excreted out in the urine. But because of molecular weight of 725 kilodalton, means 7,25,000 dalton, it is a bigger molecule, and that will be increased, comparatively increased level is found. This alpha 2 macroglobulin is also produced by this macrophage and hepatocyte. So you have to remember that significance. It is particularly found so many increased level in a nephrotic syndrome. It is a one type of the acute phase protein, means whenever the inflammatory condition, neoplastic condition, its level will be increased. One more important protein, that is AFP. Now it is not particularly that increase in inflammatory condition. It is found to be increased particularly in carcinoma or neoplastic condition. So it is a normal component of the fetal blood. Name is alpha fetoprotein. Feto means fetus. So it is particular protein which is found in the fetus. So it is a normal component of the fetal blood and disappear after birth within a few weeks. So that is name is given alpha fetoprotein. So it is a acute phase protein, as well as it is a particularly work as a tumor marker. Its mild elevation in chronic hepatitis or cirrhosis of liver, as well as particularly increased level is seen in a carcinoma of the liver as well as teratoma of the ovary. So it is more predominantly tumor marker rather than the acute phase protein. Its level is also important to measure in a maternal serum during pregnancy. Elevated level in fetal neural tube defect and multiple fetuses of fetal death, it is observed in maternal. During pregnancy, its level is also considered as one of the tumor particular investigation of the pregnancy. Further, low level of this AFP is also observed in a fetal Down syndrome. So it is important to observe or detect particularly in pregnancy to avoid any side effect or contraindication of the pregnancy. Further, reference limit are up to 1 year, that is less than 30 nanogram per ml, and adults, particularly males and non-pregnant female, because that during pregnancy its level is generally increased due to it is found in a particularly in the fetus. So it is non-pregnant and males, that is generally less than 15 nanogram per ml. So it is in a nanogram. So you have to remember it is very important acute phase protein rather than it is more important tumor marker. Further, one more important acute phase protein, that is ceruloplasmin. So it is a alpha 2 globulin, same as a alpha 2 macroglobulin. So alpha 2 globulin with molecular weight of 160 kilodalton. It contains 6 to 8 copper atoms. C for the ceruloplasmin, C for the copper. So it is containing 6 to 8 copper atoms per molecule, and it is also called a peroxidase, an enzyme which helps in incorporation of iron into transferrin. Transferrin is particular protein required for the transportation of the iron. So for the incorporation of this iron into the transferrin, this particular ceruloplasmin, or it is called a peroxidase, is needed. So 90% of copper content of plasma is bound with the ceruloplasmin and only 10% with the albumin. So albumin is also transporting this particular metal copper, but ceruloplasmin copper is predominantly found inside the ceruloplasmin. Now lower level of ceruloplasmin, so generally in acute phase protein that level is increased in inflammatory and neoplastic condition, but in which condition its level will be decreased, that also you have to keep in mind. So lower level of ceruloplasmin is seen in Wilson's disease, that is quite opposite to the acute phase protein condition, as well as malnutrition, nephrosis and cirrhosis. Simple, what happened, this ceruloplasmin is also produced by the liver. Malnutrition means protein amino acid is not available, so formation will be affected. Nephrosis means loss of this particular protein in the urine, as well as cirrhosis of a liver means liver is not working properly, that also lead to the ceruloplasmin affection. Wow, Wilson's disease, that particular genetic disorder, in detail of Wilson's disease we will will look in a separate video. But at present you have to remember one of the acute phase protein, ceruloplasmin, it is related with the peroxidase activity and related with the most important disease, that is Wilson's disease, because it is frequently asked in the exam also. Now one more, this particular acute phase protein, that is C reactive protein. It is nowadays lots of talk about the CRP level. CRP level is particularly for the inflammatory condition. So nowadays in COVID-19 CRP level is estimated. So basically this name is given because it react with the C polysaccharide of the capsule of pneumococci, and from that C polysaccharide is called as C reaction with the C, so it is called as C reactive protein. It is a one kind of a beta globulin, means found over the beta portion of the electrophoresis. So it can stimulate complement activity and macrophage phagocytosis. So it can stimulate complement activity for the our as well as macrophage phagocytosis. When the inflammation has subsided, the CRP level will be false, followed by the ESR, means erythrocyte sedimentation rate. So it is one of the good indicator for the inflammatory condition in our body. So as an inflammatory marker, this CRP is utilized. So basically for the acute phase protein kind of situation, this CRP is utilized. Apart from that, ferritin is also utilized as an acute phase protein. So ferritin is one of the protein which is also called as a storage form of the iron, but its level is also found to be elevated in an inflammatory condition. So this ferritin is also called as one of the acute phase proteins. So when the inflammatory has subsided, the CRP level will be falls quickly, followed later by the ESR. Now that role in predicting the risk of coronary artery disease, that particular CRP, particularly hsCRP, means high sensitive C reactive protein, is observed. So that's high sensitive C reactive protein, that is separate topic, and there is a video is also available for hsCRP. So you have to, at present you have to remember particularly these 5 important acute phase protein. First one, that is alpha AACC, that mnemonic simple to remember. One, that is A alpha 1 antitrypsin, alpha 2 macroglobulin, as well as this alpha phytoprotein. 2C, 1C for the ceruloplasmin, second for the C reactive protein. So that's all about the acute phase protein.